I think it's fair to say that the Super Mario Brothers movie has made quite a bit of money. I believe it will launch in South Korea and Japan today, actually. Considering their time zone, I think it should launch today. So there's a whole new market for this movie. And it's going to make a lot of money in that market, especially in Japan. I would say this movie will probably hit 1.5 billion, which is insane if you think about it. It's crazy to think that this movie would make that amount of money. I thought it would make $1 billion, and I was right. But the success that it's having is pretty insane. You're looking at the new Mickey Mouse, to be honest. He's always been kind of close to him. Not as far as them hanging out or in media or whatever, but I mean in terms of popularity and recognition. This is bad news for Disney, of course, which is something that I enjoy. I like seeing Disney fail because they deserve it with all the dumb garbage that they've pulled over the past couple of years. So seeing Illumination rise up is hilarious to me because this used to be Nintendo's market, but a little bit of damage on the movie. Well, at least they tried to do some damage, were critics, and it turns out this might end up becoming fresh anyway. It's at 59% right now. So it's kind of creeping up towards fresh, which is funny. So now critics are turning their opinions around. At least new ones are coming in, changing their thoughts and opinions on it, and saying, hey, yeah, it turns out we like this movie now. We're one of you. But it wasn't always like that. In the beginning of this little run, critics were smearing the shit out of this movie. It's still rotten. Look at how many reviews had to come in to bounce this back up. But we finally have got some people that understand this movie and what it brings to the table, giving it decent reviews. And now a couple more, and it's probably going to become fresh, which I'm sure will irritate some of them. But really, I would argue, as I've done before, that these shitty critic reviews end up helping a movie, and a brilliant man, Mr. Miyamoto, the guy who created Mario and pretty much made Nintendo what it is, they wouldn't be shit without him. That's a fact. This is basically Japan's Walt Disney. And he's dunking on critics, saying, hey, thanks, critics. You helped this movie grow. You gave it notoriety. Thank you. I recognize that you're a bunch of morons. And he didn't say it like that. Japanese are very polite even when they insult you. Miyamoto says negative reviews of Mario movie helped it grow. Nintendo's chief designer and Mario's father was surprised by how successful the Super Mario Brothers movie has been. He's being humble. He knew it was going to be big. Everyone knew this was going to be a big movie. So he did a little bit of an interview, and here's what he had to say. I did have a level of expectations that this movie would also do well, said Miyamoto, but I was very surprised that it went beyond what I could have imagined when it finally came out. He attributes some of the film's box office success to luck, but also shouted out negative reviews too. You need some luck to achieve this level of success for a film, explained Miyamoto. While many foreign critics have given the movie relatively low ratings, I think that also contributed to the movie's notoriety and buzz. Now, some other news coming out of this is they're of course going to make a sequel, though they didn't outright say it. I think it was Nintendo thinking beyond Mario for their movies, basically meaning they're going to probably let all of their characters get loaned out to Illumination for movies. And what a catalog they have, by the way. Star Fox, Link. You could do a Donkey Kong movie. You could do a Kirby movie. I mean, they have so many family-friendly characters that they could pretty much start an empire of children's movies based on their IP alone. And the beautiful thing about it is not only will they make money in the theaters, this will also boost up the sales of their games because it will undoubtedly bring in new fans that watch this. And the great thing about it, and this was pointed out in a negative review of the movie, saying it helps capitalism. It's right, because people will see these characters on screens, go buy a game, and the character in the game and the movie will basically be a perfect translation. You're going to be playing the movie character like to a T. Like Mario looks the same as he does in the games to a T, except his jeans are a little bit more distressed looking. They look a little bit more realistic in the movie as compared to like in this photo where they're pretty solid blue. Or his overalls. I'm sorry, I'm saying jeans. His overalls. So they're gonna make off well over this, and I think it's funny. He's basically out here dunking on critics, saying thank you for making me some money, you dumbasses. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.